All right, Kinsman.
We're back.
Here we are.
Yeah, I tried to bail.
Look at
They locked me in here, Studio 67. I was just reading the ingredients of this gummy bear on the back here. It sounds tame, like it says sugar, some water, some gelatin, obviously. And, you know, and then it says 9 million SHU chili extract and sodium.
Million?
Yeah, there's some sodium in this, coconut oil, and
Oh, you know what it's going to be?
Wax.
It's going to be the coconut oil that puts you over.
Wow. I don't know. But this is going to be nuts. Again, this is the Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear.
Yes.
Now, the test is, if you follow any
God.
videos online, you need to chew it for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Right there, that's
I
a
got
task
the
in
timer.
itself. Look how small the gummy bear is.
Oh, are you going to open it up?
Well, I'm going to open it up.
Give everyone.
Now, do I need gloves?
Don't rub it
for
on
this?
your eyeball
Yeah,
or
I'm not
anything like
jump-
that.
Okay.
That's all it looks. Is there
Well,
instructions
yeah,
or something?
Yeah, instructions. Says you're,
What is that? A sticker for accomplishment?
says
if you
you're
need it?
you're a complete idiot. Says we want to make you the best Little Nitro video on the internet. So when you're done, it says to tag Little Nitro. So we'll do that. Says can you go a full 5 minutes without relief? That's the question.
So walk us through. You
So
chew
fully,
it for
you need
30?
to fully chew the bear and see if you can handle the heat. So fully chew the bear. Now on videos I watched, I wanted to kind of see what was going to happen to one of us tonight. And
what
they
happened?
chew it for 30 seconds, and then the timer starts for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just
You want this? Look, it's a picture of dynamite right there. And again, here's the gummy bear. Has not been taken out. Now they don't say should you be using gloves with this?
Why would don't rub your eyeball?
Well, yeah, I'm going to rub my eyeball
All right.
with it.
So if I start the timer, I'll tell. Once you chew it, I'll start it. Then I'll tell you when you're at 30 seconds.
Now, no relief. Well,
No, don't drop it on the
yeah.
floor.
Oh,
well,
God.
These are clean floors here. I vacuum all the time.
well, that's it. He's been back from Cuba. They've been vacuumed 100 times
Yeah.
a day since.
All right.
So
Kenzie.
here it is.
So I'm going to start it the minute.
It does not feel like a normal gummy bear. It's normal gummy bears are nice and soft and cuddly. This one is very hard and full of heat
Any
and
last
anger
words
and
to the
hatred.
audience? It's been nice knowing you.
Yeah.
You know, rest in peace. What do you want to
I
say
don't
here?
know.
No
Well,
farewells?
But anybody tag Little Nitro and say that we're doing this challenge, because here it is. Like, honest to God, it's not squishy at all. I don't know. Maybe it'll take 30 seconds to chew this. What if it gets stuck in my teeth?
Hey, okay. Are you going to chew this thing?
Yeah,
or
okay. Are we ready to go?
what? I'm ready for you go.
All right, so 30 seconds, and then the
I'll
timer.
tell you, yeah.
What if I bail after the 30 seconds?
Well, then.
Then I'm going to be a wuss. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, right?
I don't know. Okay, go.
Okay, so the timer's on for the first 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You're still standing up, so that's pretty good. I see a little bit of hair sweat happening. See, the bald guy would just drip right down your head. So I got to do all the talking. This is kind of nice for once, Kinsman.
It is. It's already
you can-
burning already.
Okay, you're at 18 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just counting. Oh no, you're already falling apart.
Yeah.
And okay, so now we're at 30 seconds. Now you swallow it?
No. I'm already getting the hiccups.
Oh no. So well, you're 3 seconds into it.
What's that?
Well, we like to thank everyone that's joined us over
No,
the
I got
years.
hiccups.
Thank everyone that's
Was it
joined us over the
indigestion?
years. I will be looking for a new permanent host. You can send your flowers up the room 522 at the TDH to go visit kids.
No, I got. All right.
Well, you're,
So he's
30,
gone
you're
now.
30 seconds in. You're good? Yeah?
I'm good now. So now-
Is your life flashing in front of your eyes?
No.
You know, you're not having,
The hardest part was just chewing the
right?
thing.
Anyone that you want to forgive before you move on to the extra world, like last
No.
rites?
It is warm.
It is warm.
Yeah, it's kind
Ronnie,
of hot.
Ronnie's.
Now I've got hiccups now.
Yeah, a little hotter than a hot tamale. Would you say?
A little bit hotter. Yeah, it feels like the back of the throat is on fire.
Right. So
Anything that was living in the back of the throat is now
Gone?
being singed.
you don't have to brush your teeth for 2 months now.
No, I'm
All the bacteria has been completely destroyed. No use. Well, you're supposed to swallow it, Chad. That's what it said.
Yeah, chew it,
Chew it.
and then swallow it,
Well, yeah.
and it's on fire.
Now, are you positive you read the instructions right?
What's down
They're
here?
on
You
the
wanna read
floor
them?
already
Yeah.
destroyed.
Hang on here.
So Mark is now at 1.5 minutes. So far, you're doing okay.
All right, you want to make the Little Best Nitro video. It says,
You're supposed
fully
to.
chew this fiery bear and see if you can handle the heat.
Well, he is turning red, but no doubt, you're brave, man.
Nose is starting to, you know when you get the plate of jalapenos from what is it, East Sides?
Well, I think these are a little bit hotter. Yeah. This is not your, okay, so you're at, I'll tell you right now, you're at 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2
And then
minutes
after
of the
5 without doing relief.
That's pretty good. What's relief mean, though? You're not going to whiz on the floor or something.
I'm going to piss on the carpet.
Yes. How are you feeling
That-
out of 10 right now?
Maybe a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
You're dipping now. You're dipping. You started off the night feeling 10 out of 10.
You can feel it down there, working with everything else I ate.
What did you have? Like some tacos tonight or something?
No.
That wouldn't have been a poor choice.
No.
Yeah. I don't think you'll be going over to Tracy's house tonight.
No.
Maybe you relax at your own house.
Yeah, that's
You don't want to be going over there
too
with
early
that
in the
stomach.
relationship for hogging the bathroom stage. Nose starting to run a bit, so
Your
that's
nose is running. Is that a side effect here?
that's what they say. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it is the coconut oil that's really pushing you over.
You think so? I don't
I think
know.
it's that
Hot.
one
I can
gap
feel
of-
it going down. You can feel it moving down.
He's gonna poop it out later.
Yeah.
Double checking. Yeah, I did double check the instructions, just making sure. Probably as hot as Blair's Ultra Death, which is pretty hot for hot sauce. Well, you're doing pretty good, pal.
Well, what are we at here? 342?
Yeah, but that's minus 30. 30.
It's hot.
It's got to go to 5:30 to complete the 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
We've never seen Kinsman this quiet.
No, it's pretty hot.
He's gonna do it.
You know, when you're doing the stretches, I can feel it going down every inch of my intestine.
if you get tingling in your feet, tell me, because I'm going to call 911.
Yeah.
We need to, you're handling it pretty good. Like, if once the show goes off the air, you're just going to scream,
I'm
right?
just going to go scream and grab something to drink. Yeah.
We're going to need a
pretty
new
warm.
rock announcer, too. Anyone's interested in that job? Because Kinsman just destroyed all his vocal cords with that gummy bear.
Whew.
So, pal, in 5 seconds, you're going to be at 4 minutes. Are you going to make the last minute?
I think so, yeah. Can
So
I
what
bend
happens
over
then?
here now?
You fell.
Yeah.
No. No. What a job. What a job we have. I don't know how you're doing this. Well, you're.
Well,
So just make it 5 minutes and then you can have relief?
I can have relief.
Do we have relief here?
I have relief over there. Yeah,
You're just dying.
yeah I'm dying for it right now.
You can-
Yeah, she's warm.
Now you know how I felt in Cuba, sitting
Yeah,
in the
she's
sun
warm.
every day. All right, you got 25 seconds to go, Kinsman. You're not sweating that bad, though.
No, I can feel it on my forehead, though.
Oh, yeah, I would never be able to do this. I would have been crying, literally in tears. Catherine says that you're inspiring her to try it. That's good. You're making a change in someone's life here, Kinsman.
Starting to feel a little tingly here. I'm feeling tingly.
Said it would be fun.
I can't touch my eyes. I just touched
Okay, anyways, 3, 2, 1. You did it, pal. 5 minutes. Go have your, what do you got over there?
I got chocolate milk for that.
You better drink that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed. I got to
Keep
be
it
honest
going.
with you.
Is it going 541?
Looking, yeah, it's still ticking.
Ah.
Oh, are you gonna go for 10 minutes now, or what? It looks like you need a big, just gonna like.
Yeah, I'm just going to drink this.
You need some chocolate chip cookies there from the Youth Wellness Hub.
That feels better.
Is it better now?
A little bit better. Still feels on fire. But
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to say, for as hot as they say that is, the JR's Hot Challenge that we had, the wings, was, I'm going to say, was hotter. His sauce, 7 and 8, were hotter than the fire I'm feeling right now.
Really?
I can compare. I think JR's Hot Sauce Challenge is hotter than the hot tamale. But then again, now this is, now I'm getting a hotter heat. I'm adding.
Tracy said, "Don't die on her."
I won't die on her. No.
That's right.
But,
That's right.
Might need to bring some Kleenex.
Way to go, Kinsman. Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do here, Kinsman. You're
It's
getting
hot. It is hotter than yeah.
Ronnie, did you turn up the heat in here or something? You want to keep this as a memento?
My legs are shaking. Like this is something. Like, is this normal? Flammable. Now we're figuring out. Do I have a respiratory issue, heart issue? We're gonna find out.
That's right. It's all gonna come out.
But it is hot. But I am gonna give JR's hot sauce. I'm gonna say 7 and 8 was a hotter sauce than the fire I'm feeling now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
think
try
so.
any.
So
7
Little
inch.
Nitro, you got some competition here in Timmins with JR's hot sauces.
Oh, that is amazing, dude. I can't believe you're still standing.
Wow, my tongue is on
Yeah.
fire. My tongue is on fire.
All right, now I need you to thank 25 sponsors. That's right. Go redo the sponsors tonight. The real. Wait till the morning poop and melts your anus away.
Poop. Will it melt the anus
away?
Well,
Well, what a conversation we're having here. I want to try the JR.
That is kind of warm. Yeah, you know what? The JR hot sauce. Remember he had his Try a Reaper in here.
Everyone's telling
Every
you.
time I talk, it's like, yeah, feels like dragon
Do
breath.
you need to go sit down? We can wrap her up.
Not yet. No, I'm
It's
still
health
drinking
and
my
safety first. He'll do anything for the gag, I guess. I think I would have lasted, because when I go to Wacky Wings, I don't even eat the medium wings. So there's no way. There's absolutely no way that I would be able to do.
You wouldn't be able to do that? You're
No,
still going? We're going for 8 minutes.
Yeah, we were at 8 minutes and 10 seconds.
But I lasted the 5 minutes again.
Yeah.
That I think it was hot. It was I could feel you could feel the instant burn by chewing it for the 30 seconds. And again, it's hard to chew that.
Yeah.
It's a hard gummy bear to chew.
If you see flames coming out of an exhaust downtown Timmins, it's not someone with a hot rod.
Fuck,
It's you
my
breathe it out
breath
your
is
window
hot.
driving home.
Holy Christ! Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Are you happy this is
I'm happy this is
the bucket
done. This
list?
is off the bucket list. The Little Nitro. It's hotter just talking. Like the sides of my mouth are hotter than what it feels like when it went down.
Give it a couple hours and see how you really feel.
We'll do an update on tomorrow's
Yeah,
show.
that's right. What's the one from Tom, the one up there, Ronnie? When you go to the can tomorrow, bring a fire extinguisher with you. Yeah, go at home, not at the office. Oh my God.
Here's the issue. I'm out of relief now. So what happens now? I'm done. Yeah.
You're done with that chocolate milk?
Whew.
And I think you got to go and drink a gallon of water.
Yeah,
at the
well,
Broadway.
they say water's bad. It's either milk or ice cream. I don't know. Feels like my nose is a little right. It feels like I've had jalapenos,
Yeah.
but I don't know if the buy says 900 times. I'm thinking it was 900 times. I'd be on the floor.
Post some of those comments, Ronnie. What did Piper say? I missed
What's
that,
Piper
sorry.
saying here?
Go up, Ronnie. Right there. We're down, Ronnie. Piper. Yeah. Does it taste good?
It does. It tastes like a hot tamale. It does.
Yeah, hot
Tastes like a hot tamale that you would get the Rock have them at the Mac.
Well, if you want to try something with flames on it, and it
the
says
heat, it's a gradual heat. It keeps getting hotter now. So
what
I
does
think
that mean? Spontaneously combustible. Does that mean like you can break into pieces? You can catch on fire. I think Jose's gonna say, click the comment there. I'm
I'd
afraid
be afraid
to
to eat after
Yeah.
that. Well, the drink helped,
Yeah.
but now the drink's gone, and I can feel my lips on fire again.
You're gonna puff the magic drink in some competition. Yeah, you're giving Puff the magic drink in some competition.
Yeah, he lived by the sea.
Okay.
He needed the water for relief.
All right. Well, I
well.
think we can close it out there, kids. You earned your
I
paycheck
passed
today.
the Little Nitro challenge. And again, after JR's, I couldn't speak properly till about 11 o'clock that night. It's not as bad as the JR's hot sauce challenge. So JR, you've got some hot sauces.
Yeah, hot sauce challenge. And if you want to see Kinsman, he'll be at the 4th floor at the TADH.
And if
Send
you have another
flowers.
challenge, put it in the comments. We'll see if we can do we'll do
What
the
you
odd
wanna do,
challenge.
Run
there.
over by a car next?
No.
What are you, Super Dave or what?
Super Dave Osborne. He was awesome,
Okay,
by the way.
just give us more challenges for Kinsman
Yeah,
to do.
we can try. Well, I always lose the coin flip.
All right. All right. Good night from Klomp and Puff, the Magic
Puff
Dragon.
the Magic Dragon. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Well, so we're going to be live from Joanne's house next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday nights.
Yes, that's
Joanne
right.
joking that she needs to make space. Actually, you don't need that much space, Joanne. And
No,
again,
we're crammed in my living room right now.
no, we're in your. This is your kitchen.
Well, this
right
is
now.
a living room slash.
kitchen.
It's open
Living
concept.
room. It's an
Kinsman.
open concept
Yeah,
living room.
That's right.
Which I still call it the kitchen.
It's,
That's
right
right.
over here.
All right. So what we're going to do? We're going to chat with a couple of Aiden's friends. So Ronnie's going to go downstairs right now.
That's
and
Ronnie's task. is
Ronnie's-
to grab
Ronnie's
friends
earning his
who wanna
dollar.
Come on, he's earning his bucks tonight.
there you go, Huddy
Feeding
boy.
him in pizza tonight.
Huddy boy goes. You got that overlay right over my head. The overlay's on your head, son.
There he is. Little
he's-
Hudson.
He's getting Joey first.
Hang it
I
out.
heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So Joey's coming up. Hey, we should mention, while Joey's coming up the stairs, a big thumbs up. Congratulations. Pablo Preston picked up the Breakthrough Artist of the Year at the Junos last night. Good to see a Timmins High boy picking up some hardware at the Juno. His first ever. He was nominated for 3, performed, and of course picked one.
He's awesome. All right, well, come on in. Come on in. So you got to come in nice and close for
Gotta
everyone
come in
can hear
close
you.
there, Joey.
So
lean down there.
now you can look
Joey.
right into the camera. So this is Joey and we did say one at a time, but Aiden's back. Well, you're too tall, Aiden. You have to lower
You gotta
down.
duck down there. Your head is not within
So
the screen limits.
how much did Aiden pay you to come to his birthday party?
Oh, a lot.
A lot of
Like,
money?
he has no friends. He's just.
He doesn't have any friends. He paid you what? Good 30, 40 bucks?
Oh yeah.
30. And do you enjoy school?
No.
Why not? What's wrong with school?
Oh, the teachers.
Oh no,
The teachers.
Hey, you know what?
One of
We
them might
always
be
have.
watching now.
Yeah,
You want to give one of them a shout out here on the show?
Well, I think you go to O'Gorman Intermediate.
Yeah.
It's a good
yeah.
school. It's a good school. You play basketball?
Yes.
Yeah. How are you guys doing this year?
Mom is watching.
Oh, Mom is watching.
Mom is
All
watching.
right,
Watch what
that's
you're
right.
saying.
Do you want to
Hi,
change your
Mom.
answer about school? School's great, right?
Yeah, school's
School's
awesome.
great. You like doing homework. You love your teachers, of course.
Yeah, I love your mom.
Yeah, you love your mom. Yeah,
Aiden
that's
could be
right.
my future grandson-in-law. He's so cute. That's what Joanne says.
So how much mess do you think I'm gonna have to clean up tomorrow morning downstairs? Is it gonna be out of 10?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so bad.
I heard someone put a stink bomb somewhere. Is this true?
Yeah, we were locked in the closet.
A lock-
stink bomb.
Locked in the closet already?
This is
Yep.
Malachi.
Who's the
Malachi.
culprit of that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who was it? Oh, it's Devontae.
Devontae.
He's doing fist pumps.
Yeah. Okay, so is there anyone, which one of your friends would be the tattletale that I could speak with that would give me all the information? Is there anyone that would leak some information to me?
They've all come up.
Carson's a good man to
come up
talk
here.
to. I
Yeah.
respect Carson a lot.
Yeah, he's the one.
Well, we're gonna chat with them all. We're gonna sing Aiden happy birthday.
Yeah.
But here's what I love. Some people got you Paw Patrol cards. I like that, Aiden. That's right.
Razzing still.
That's right.
Was Paw Patrol his favorite show?
Yeah. Who else can we chat with over here? Who wants to come on?
Devontae
Come on, Devontae. We got.
Avante wants to
Come on in.
here. Do we have all their mums watching right now?
Come on,
All
squeeze
the
in
parents.
right here for we can hear you. Okay, Devontae, or who am I talking to now?
Ethan.
Ethan, squeeze in. You gotta talk loud.
Yeah, come on in here.
All right.
Squeeze in with Malachi there, bud.
What grade are you in, Ethan, or do I mean like the mystery man?
I am in 8th grade.
Yeah, and you go to
Eighth.
O'Gorman Intermediate, and you like school, right?
No.
Well, someone could be watching, maybe one of your teachers.
Maybe.
Maybe. Do you have a job yet?
I guess I did have a job for a little while, but I was just working for my parents
Oh, that's good.
and my parents' cousins.
Okay, and where was that?
Right here in Timmins, people needed to move construction stuff.
Oh, wow.
You know, one of my dad's cousins moved, and I helped them move. Yeah, that's what I do.
So you're in pretty good shape then, if you can do all that.
I am.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
the strongest one out
Yeah.
of our friend group.
All right, you're the strongest. Yeah, you look like the strongest. Now, did you play basketball? Because you're pretty good out
I
there.
do. I'm the best one there too.
And you're very humble too. I can
Well,
tell
out
that.
of our
right?
friend group, I'm the best one.
Yeah, they agree you're the best one. So does anyone have girlfriends in this group, or we're not allowed to
Can't
no,
disclose.
no, no girlfriends?
Mom's typing right now. He better not.
No girlfriends in
Yeah.
Timmins.
Mom's typing now.
What you doing? dude?
Now, did you prefer? Let me ask you. But one more question about school. Did you like it when it was online, or did you like it like being in
Back-
class?
back.
I
in
was in
class again.
homeschool while I was on.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to your parents. Got you. Parents can be
Homeschooling.
good teachers.
It was amazing. Yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, homeschooling. Look, we got an LOL from Mom there.
Now, at home, do you keep a clean room, a messy room?
Always clean.
Always clean.
There's little heads in there.
That's you should be able to teach my son
Say
something
hello.
with that skill. Yeah, because Aiden does not keep a very clean room. Because would your mom and dad clean your room if it was messy, or do you
No.
take care of it yourself?
I always take care of it. My sister's the Like the complete opposite.
Oh, your sister's a little messy.
Yeah, Shane knows.
He knows. Now, who else do we have to chat with? You're gonna come back up when we sing Aiden Happy Birthday?
Yeah, we're gonna be singing Happy Birthday a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
$100 to babysit
get somebody.
Blockbuster.
Go grab Carson.
Go grab someone.
Yeah. We got to grab.
right.
What do you think so far, Hudson?
Hudson's saying that that overlay pop-up, put it a little bit lower.
Yeah.
For
That's right.
next show. What is Sean saying here?
Well, he says,
Sean
"Good-
says, good evening to the one and all. I hope that you're having yourselves a really super terrific Tuesday, and a happy
That's right.
birthday, Aiden. Hope you enjoy your
Now,
birthday.
Ronnie was in control of bringing, as you can see, the Great Danes are going wild in the background.
Yeah.
They
This
took
is
my
a-
job.
Ronnie was supposed to bring up one at a time.
I did take it one
He
at a
brought-
time.
he brought-
What are
he
you
brought 'em
talking
all.
about?
That's right.
He
They
brought
came
them
up
all.
on their own.
What is Jenica Pope saying? Hey, guys, do me a favor and keep Nathan out of trouble for me, grade
Yeah.
sixer.
Okay, well,
right.
good. We will. They're all great kids. Come on over here, Carson.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Jenica's watching the show from, I think, Spain?
Yeah.
Are you in Spain, Jenica?
Yeah.
Type in
She
what
she already
the
told
weather
us.
is. Oh, she's already there. All
How
right.
you doing, Carson?
Good.
Squeeze in here a little bit
There
closer.
we go.
So, how are things going downstairs?
Good.
Has anyone spilt pizza on the rug yet?
No.
Not yet.
No, not
Chips?
yet.
No.
No.
No, nothing
Now, can you teach my son what a garbage can is? Because he doesn't know what one is.
So it's something to throw your trash in.
It's something to throw your
I
trash in,
didn't know
Aiden.
Look at him. He wants to get up,
Aiden's
he wants to
re-
get up and hop
Aiden
off.
seems to be really confused. So, you guys, I asked your other friends, are you going to have a job this summer?
Probably not.
No?
I might work for my mom a bit, but that's
Oh, that's right. You know what his mom does?
What is?
Well, tell us
what
what
does
your mom
do?
does.
my mom bakes at Vicky Damour.
That's
Ooh,
right. That's
Vicky
right.
Damour's.
Yeah,
Nice.
and your dad?
He owns Wicked Stuff, the Hallmark next to it,
Yeah.
and Elfie Cigars
Yeah,
downtown.
Well, we tried the gummy bear challenge from your store last night.
Yeah.
Did you watch that episode?
Yeah.
No.
No.
My lips are still on fire.
But
They don't go on Facebook. Did you go
No,
on Facebook
no.
at all? No.
No.
What are you guys on? Snapchat?
yeah.
Snapchat and Instagram maybe? Or is that even too old?
Not really Instagram.
Not Instagram. So YouTube and Snapchat. What do you think a KINZ and KLOMP Snapchat channel would be like? Any good?
Probably
I
not.
don't know.
Probably
No,
not.
No. Well, you can work for one. You can work for your mom and your dad this summer then.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. Well, which one would be better to work for?
My mom.
Oh, bad. I thought you were going to say both. Your mom would.
No.
So, all right. So you'll tell me if Aiden gets out of line, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll come up and let me know right away.
Yeah.
I respect that. All right. Well, we appreciate you.
All right.
Aiden, we're going to be
Cheers to
singing
you,
you
my man.
happy birthday
All
soon.
right.
Anyone else want to come on?
Jacob wants.
Jacob wants to
Jacob.
come on, Kinsman.
Wants to come on the show. This is Hudson's time to shine here.
It's Hudson's time.
Hudson.
Ronnie was. Oh,
Yeah, there's Jenica in Spain. I'm
Yeah.
guessing, what, 30 degrees, Jenica? What is it there? What?
she's a great traveler,
yeah,
Janica.
isn't
Good
she?
for her.
She's enjoying life.
I am envious. And,
Saw one of her posts where she was eating a pizza on the beach. I don't think it
Oh,
gets
hey.
any better than that.
Come on, squeeze in for
Squeeze
a second.
in.
Tell everyone what your name is if you can talk over the barking
My
dogs.
name is Jacob.
Hey,
Jacob. How you, Jacob?
Yeah.
You got long hair.
Yeah.
How long you been growing it for?
Since his last haircut.
Since
Yeah.
since his last haircut.
haircut.
Yeah. So what grade are you in?
8.
You're all in 8. You
Yeah.
play basketball?
No.
No, you're one of the few that don't. Do you play any sports?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Play hockey.
Oh, who do you play for?
Timmins.
Okay, like you're in the TMHA?
Yeah.
Are you
wow.
forward,
Nice.
defense, goalie?
Defense.
Oh, that's the best position. You get to push people around a little
Now,
bit.
do you go with the slap shot or the wrist shot being a D?
Slap shot.
He's got a good slap shot.
The good
You
slap.
probably
I
have the-
used to do the wrist shot.
You used to have the wrist shot.
Wrist shot and snap shot.
Do you think
was
you have the
mine.
best slap shot of all of your friends?
Yeah.
He really does. So what about you? Are you working? I'm curious to see if people work this
No.
summer. No.
I
So,
worked last summer.
where'd you work?
Coach soccer.
Oh, you coach
Well, that's
soccer.
pretty good. Well,
This is why they're
that's-
good, such
that's
good
like working,
soccer
yes.
players at the gym. They're
Yeah.
unreal. I thought it was just me being slow, but now I feel better because they're good soccer players.
They were schooling
Yeah.
you at Northern College
Yeah.
Gymnasium, which they gave you the gym for nothing today, which is
Why am I
pretty
supposed to
awesome.
blab that,
Oh,
Kinsman?
come on, sure you are.
I'm not supposed to be blabbing the perks live on the air.
The perks live on the air. Well, I'm just saying, Northern College opened up their door for
I
you.
love Northern College. I used to work there. Who got Aiden the Paw Patrol cards?
Me?
Yeah, I like that. Now, Aiden's a big fan of Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
How did you know?
I just guessed.
Yes. Aiden, for we can see you over Mark's head. A lot of people are wishing you
Who's
happy
that?
birthday. And we know it's on the 17th, but we're celebrating today. You should tell folks thank you. That's very nice.
Thank you.
That's right. And you want to tell everyone how awesome your dad is? Now's your chance.
He's kind of lame.
What is this? Kind of lame.
Did he bring you back any good gifts, Aiden from Cuba?
He got a great
Not from Cuba, but he got me a computer, which is really nice.
Oh,
for his birthday. A computer. Hear that, Kinsman?
yeah, a computer.
They call me the Disneyland dad. That's not a bad gift, right?
It's not bad.
No.
Is it in good shape still?
I'll take a
Yeah.
computer.
Now, is Hudson allowed to crash the party
No.
tonight? Hudson's not allowed?
Then-
Look how nice he is.
Hudson chewing his vest.
He's chewing
a
his vest. He might have to go back to his hand there. Okay, Aiden, so we're going to chat, and then we're coming to get everyone to sing you happy birthday. Thanks a lot, my good man.
All right.
Anyone, Hudson's tooting away on me here.
Well.
So I'm gonna say, good luck, happiness, and fairy tales.
You say fairy tales, so good luck. Good luck has to be one. There's MC Duguay saying good luck. I'm going to say
there's-
good luck and charm. And, well,
Father,
there's
Son, Spirit. That's
Louise
good.
thinking more religiously there. Father, Son, and the Spirit.
Yeah, well, it could
I'm
be
thinking
true.
Father, Son, the Holy
They're
Spirit.
very, what is it, Presbyterian or Roman Catholic in Ireland?
Is it Roman Catholic, Louise? I'll ask.
I
And
don't.
is a four-leaf clover not three?
Joanne with her first controversy for you tonight. Kinsman. She
yes.
has one for you every trivia.
A four-leaf clover, is it three?
We've
See-
created our own controversy.
And speaking of, we should say, Joanne, we're doing the show from Joanne's house next Tuesday because
Yeah.
she was one of the bidders who donated
Yes.
money for our plunge back in Cap on Saturday, and we took all the ballots, and the winner wins a pizza party, and we're going to Joanne's next Tuesday.
Okay, friendship, a green beer, and a bar of gold. I'm locking
Bar
it
of
in.
gold, you're going to lock it in.
Yeah.
Here it is, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So Louise had that one right. Congratulations,
It
Louise.
is. So they are very Roman Catholic in Ireland.
Yes, Roman Catholic.
Okay.
Question number 14. According to Wallet Hub, how many pints of Guinness are consumed on St. Patrick's Day? How many pints of Guinness will be consumed on
So
Friday?
are we saying in the world, in Ireland, in Canada?
This is worldwide.
Worldwide. How
So
many
worldwide, and it's funny, out of this total that you're going to see for the answer, I will not have one of them. Because I'm not a big fan of the Guinness.
just
Not a big
sour.
fan of Guinness at
Well,
all.
you can drink a 705 from
Well,
Paul
that's
Beer.
it. 705 green ale I can
green
drink,
ale.
but Guinness,
Okay.
drank a few of them back in college, but just not my cup of tea, as they
So
say.
200,000, it's a good, I think that's low because it's worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide. Okay, we'll give you a hint. It will be. It will be.
400,000. I'm
in
gonna
the-
go up.
It will be in the millions.
You don't have to help me out here, Kinsman. I think
So
we're going up
400,000.
Now-
1 billion. Natalie's a bit high.
Now we're talking
Yeah.
my language here. So Matthew Photos has 13 million.
Yeah, Matthew.
I think, don't tell me high or low. I want to figure this out.
wanna
I
figure this
still
out?
think this is low,
You're looking very studious
my
in those leprechaun shades.
right?
Mine are floating down Kapuskasing Bay still from the jump on Saturday.
25 million is an answer. I'm 7. Okay, I think it's 25. Like
You
I
think
think
25?
13 is low.
Well, Chris, I think 7.2 million seems like a good answer, but I think Chris is low too.
Right.
I think Matthew Photos though might be onto something. there.
I'm not listening to you, Kinsman. I'm locking in on 25.
So you're locking it
million.
in according to the Wallet Hub. How many pints of Guinness are consumed? More than 13
So
million
I
worldwide.
could be right because 25 is more than 13 million.
Well, and we should have said Natalie was not too high. She said 1 billion, so that's still over 13 million
Yeah,
worldwide.
it is. So everyone's a winner in that.
Everybody's a winner.
All right. Okay.
Hugging the toilet bowl on Friday with over 13 million worldwide Guinness.
They just need that gummy bear you ate just to settle things down, and you'll feel
gummy-
real good on the
that gummy bear
on
yeah.
the 18th.
I can still feel that thing going down.
All right.
All right.
What else you got for me?
Question 15, what's the estimated market value of a leprechaun's pot of gold? Now, they're basing this on 1,000 coins.
Okay. Now
So what is the estimated market value today for 1,000?
So
Anybody good at
1,000
converting
coins.
AU?
So
we know gold's on the periodic
but
table
gold,
in AU.
the value's measured in weight, correct?
Well, it's weight, but they're looking for a dollar amount.
They're looking
in this.
But I'm
They're
trying
looking
to
for
figure
a dollar
out
amount.
how much does a gold coin weigh, then times it by 1,000.
Or what is one gold coin worth, or maybe an ounce of gold? What's the current market value for gold right now today?
Is an ounce of what is an ounce of gold worth? Like a bill? Like I'm thinking
Find
it's
today's
high.
gold price in Timmins and times
That's
it
a
by
lot of work.
1,000.
But you're
Let's
asking
see.
people
Let's
to
see
do
where we're
way
at.
too much work here, Kinsman.
So someone said 1.2 million.
Yeah. So it's in the millions because it's
It's in the
1,000
million.
coins. What's a million? How do you get to a million from 1,000? Is it 1,000? No, it's not. It's
Times it by 1,000.
1,000, right? Is a
1,000
million?
times 1,000 is a million.
Okay.
We failed math.
So if each coin's worth $1,000, 1,000 coins. Was this the question? How much is $1,000 worth of coins?
Well,
or
what's
1,000
the estimated
coins?
market value of a leprechaun's pot of gold? And they're using 1,000 coins as their estimate.
So I'm going to go each coin's worth 1,000, and you have 1,000 coins, which brings us to a million.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to say $1 million.
$1 million? I'm going to say 2 million.
Well, you know the answers. Well, of course.
It's 1.92 million.
All right. So, you know the answers.
How
Kinsman.
are
you gonna say
I didn't
something?
remember them.
You didn't remember.
I put them in. No, normally I print the answers. I didn't print them. I wanted to see if I could remember any of them, and I'm not.
Okay.
All right, 16. What's the average number of drinks consumed per person on St. Patrick's Day?
So we're
the average amount of drinks. So on Friday, when you go to Full Beer Brewing and order a pitcher of their green ale, which they're having, and of course you're going to be having our 705s. Whoever wins trivia tonight, what is the average?
So here's my math, and I'm just guessing. I would say the average person on a weekend who's going out to have some drinks drinks 4 drinks, and I know that's low for some. But I'm going to say it goes up on St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to say 6.
You're going to say 6?
This is my thinking. See, I like 5 also.
Okay.
From Tasha, thank you.
Yes.
I see some 8s, some 7s, some 5s, 17.
Rick says 17.
No, that's just in Timmins.
That's a bender. That's just a normal Thursday.
That's Timmins at the club.
That's just a
on a
Thursday
Tuesday
night.
Mine, like, once again, I think it's 4 normally, 6 for St. Patty's Day.
Okay, so you're saying 6.
Yeah, I am saying
Let's lock
6.
in. 4.2 drinks.
4.2 drinks.
So 4.2 means you couldn't get through that final drink before the cab came to get you.
That's right. Okay.
All right, so
I don't know about the
4.2
math
is
on
the
that.
average. See if you can beat the average on Friday, and then let us know come Monday's show. All right, 17. According to the National Retail Federation, what percentage of people plan to celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
Ooh, okay. Keep that up for a second there, Ronnie. The National Retail Federation sounds like
so this is people who go and either buy ridiculous green hats and shades like we did.
Yeah.
I lost mine, and my hat just looks ridiculous.
Say if the number, and I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, okay? We have a lot of different ethnicities and nationalities across Canada. I'm just looking at a Canada percentage, okay? I know this is probably worldwide. I would say 75% of people celebrate Christmas.
75?
Christmas.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm going to think at the one of the lower ends, 25 celebrate Valentine's Day. This is my thinking. St. Patty's Day, I'm going to say is a little bit higher.
You think a little higher?
Because it's a friends gathering. So I'm going to go 30% of people celebrate St. Patty's Day.
You think 30%?
Now, I want to see some.
Let's see some answers here. 44% from Guy Foisey, 55% from
high,
Rick. 40% from Anne-Marie Fippen.
Yeah.
50% from Selena.
I seen someone
44%
in
again
around
from
the
Guy.
30s.
That's 61% from Tasha. And 65% from
Okay.
Jenny Smith-Friesen.
I'm keeping it at 30 though.
You're going to say 30?
Because it's a party night. Not everyone
Okay.
goes out and party, but it is fun. So I'm going to go.
You're locking in 30%?
I'm locking in 30% here, kids.
All right. Ronnie, what's the answer?
54.
54%.
You bunch of alcoholics, you.
54%. So
54.
half are going to take part in St. Patty's Day. Probably
Over half.
over half.
Right.
Which is not, that's pretty good, pretty decent.
Well,
a lot of arm twisting, saying, let's go and have a green beer. I don't really want to go, and then they get dragged
right.
out.
Well, let's do the math in this room then, see if it's right. So it's St. Patrick's Day. Are you going to go out and celebrate?
I may have a green
It's
beer.
never a yes or no.
Well,
Give
there's
me a yes or no.
Well, there's a rock game on Friday night, so I'll probably have a beer Friday night.
So you're going to celebrate St.
So I will
Patty's Day?
celebrate St. Patty's Day at the Met.
Now, Ronnie, we can't really hear him, but give me a nod, yes or no. Are you going to celebrate St. Patty's Day?
I can't drink.
Ronnie's a no. Okay.
So he's
And-
not,
yeah.
But then again, he could eat anything else green.
So
Doesn't have to
and I'm a yes.
necessarily
I'm
be
going to go out.
beer.
It's actually Aiden's actual birthday day. So okay. So that's 66%. So your math is checks.
66%.
Okay, in this room.
All right.
All right.
So there we go. Now, 18. Which St. Patrick's Day activity is more popular, attending a parade or making a special dinner? Now, this is either or here. So
Yeah.
attending a parade, which a lot of people do, or is it making a special dinner, which I also think a lot of people do. But which one is it?
You know when you're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you know the show. I feel like the guy giving like the annoying long answer before he gives the answer. But I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try and settle down here.
You're going to try.
Because I know it's
You're trying
it could be annoying.
to dissect this answer.
I'm
here.
going to say in our culture, like North American, it's a parade, but I think in Ireland, it's a dinner. So I'm.
You think so?
Yes. So I'm locking in a dinner.
But you always see the parades on TV. You don't see too much.
But that's our
who celebrates
culture.
with the traditional eats for Ireland?
But
on
I'm
St.
sure
Patty's Day?
that's a big. I'm sure that's a big day
Well,
where they
for
get
St.
together.
Patrick's
with
Day,
family and
I'm
celebrate.
thinking maybe this is their Christmas dinner. But obviously, St. Patrick's Day dinner.
It's just another day to celebrate. I'm going to say making a dinner.
You're going to say making a dinner?
Yeah.
Making a special dinner. It's got to be special.
So what do you putting some green dye in your KD?
Yeah, that's great. This is where that moldy cheese comes into
That-
play.
oh
There, see,
my God.
it's in the back of
You
the
just
fridge
hit
for
that
a reason.
The gross meter launched you out of here. All right.
Hey, as long as if the mold hasn't hit the cheese, it's still good.
Get a new block of cheese, my dude. You need $5 or what?
Right, yeah, I'll take $5. All right, 19. This is a true or false. So then again, 50-50 chance here. The first known St. Patrick's Day parade occurred in Ireland. Yes or no? Or true or false?
I feel like this is a trick question, but I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say
Well,
it
I'm
was in
gonna
Ireland?
say
Let's see here.
True, but we got
Chris says false. False from Jane White. False from Trisha.
interesting.
We got true from Anna Marie Fippen.
All right. Well, I have to go
Gates says
true here.
false.
I have to go true.
You're going true. You think the first ever parade was in
Well,
Ireland?
where would it be? In Matheson?
Yeah, not Matheson.
Folliet?
No, I'm going to say. Well, let's get the answer here, there, Ronnie, and we'll dissect this here. First one, it was recorded in St. Augustine, Florida.
What?
Yes, the first recorded parade took place in St. Augustine, Florida. I'm fanning.
There it is.
Yeah, hey, there we go.
There it is. My kid stole mine, by the way. I have to get another one in May. On May 19th. Is it your actual birthday, May 19th?
It is my actual birthday on May 19th.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is even more reason to get a ticket for the May 19th show. Of course, you're moving over to Club 147 this time. Great venue in Timmins. Tell us about the big night. Obviously we're gonna have cake there, right? What's happening that night?
I mean, I think there's probably going to need to be cake there if it's a birthday party and it just so happens to land on that date. So yeah, it's going to be a wicked show. I'm stoked. We're at the club this time. Big shout outs to Top Shelf, of course, for always holding me down every time I come through Timmins. This one, I think we're going to have a few more people there. Last time we had Mad Child in Timmins, it was pretty good time. And that was
Pretty
as
jamming
well.
party.
Yeah, at that spot. So yeah, I mean, good vibes all around. I'm excited to hit the road. We start the tour next week on Wednesday in Calgary. So yeah, I'm excited to do it. Somebody's asking where can we get tickets ahead of time. Best place is on Eventbrite, eventbrite.ca. You can just search Timmins Robbie G or Timmins Mad Child, and that should pop up. And maybe we'll add a link into the comments. Actually, I could probably do that. I can
Actually,
do that.
if you follow Sean Fortin, who's opening up for you that night,
got the link.
he posted a link on his Facebook page,
But we'll
and
add
you
the
can buy
link too.
tickets through Sean.
And we'll add the link, and I think Robbie's going to add the link. But get this, Kinsman. Is this a 65-date tour?
Yeah.
65
Robbie's,
days.
you have to be the hardest working entertainer in Canada, period.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of tour dates. It's a lot.
Right?
There's not many that are doing it like that. But yeah, we had to do it. I'm excited to go and visit, all the places in Canada and try and hit literally every place that I've never been to before in this country. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to Newfoundland for my first time. Super excited for that. Never been all the way out there as far as on the East Coast as that. And yeah, I mean, we're literally covering every little nook and cranny. So sometimes I'll announce a tour and there'll be people commenting and being like, why don't you come to my city? Or why not this city? Or why not that city? This is the one tour that it gets posted where it's like, we're going everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't say, hey, you didn't come here. The only places that didn't get hit were like Yellowknife and Whitehorse, which we might end up doing.
That's it. Iqaluit, it's kind of remote places, kind of hard to get the tour bus up there.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get up there in the future.
Oh, I got a lot of, like, Robbie, since the last time we chatted with him, Kinsman, it's been unbelievable. I got a million questions. I can't ask them all, but this is one I want to know. When you work with Ice Cube, tell me how it works behind the scenes. Do you get some time to have a conversation with him? I mean, like, Ice Cube is the icon of all
the icon of hip hop.
He's done everything from the mogul of gangster rap to being the front face of Disney. Like, the guy is truly 360.
He's phenomenal.
Do you get some time to sit down with him and have a conversation, or is it just sound check and write the business?
He doesn't even show up for sound check, to be honest. Like, artists of his caliber, a lot of the times they just send somebody else to do their sound check for them. You know what I mean? Usually their hype man or whoever's rocking with them. So Dub C was there for the sound check, so I got a chance to chop it up with him a little bit and chat. But yeah, I mean, sometimes when those big acts show up for their show, they literally show up, get on stage, do their performance, and then they're out. Like, literally out. So I said a few things to him before he left, got a quick pic with him and whatnot, and just said my respects to a legend, just let him know how much
no kidding,
how much he's influenced me. But yeah, I mean, I wish there was more time. And even for myself, when I'm on the road, a lot of times, like, fans hit me up and be like, oh, I wish I had more time to spend with you when you were in the city. It's like, it's so quick. It's like you're in, you try and do your show. If you have a chance to do a meet and greet, that's the best chance to get a connection with other people. But if there's not that, like, Ice Cube didn't even do a meet and greet, and a lot of, like, artists at that level, I find they're kind of like over it at that point. They're just like, I don't want to meet anybody. They've had enough people.
They've met everybody already.
And all the
get in, get out, get their paycheck, and off to the next one.
Exactly. They're in there to do their job and keep it very professional. And I mean, he is a professional. He rocked it. He crushed the shows. Probably one of the best live performers that we've ever booked and worked with. And I mean, just an inspiration. And I love, a big part of doing these shows for me is literally being an audience member and seeing and watching how these performers captivate the crowds and what they're doing on stage, and picking up on those small nuances to, put into my repertoire and into my toolkit.
One of the things, I love about Robbie G's like the rest of us. We have highlights and we have lowlights. And I think there was a little bit of a period where you took maybe a little bit time off, or you just, you released a little bit less on social media that you normally do. And things happen in life. highs and lows.
Yeah.
The thing I love about you is that you're never on social media complaining. I never got this. I never got that. You always rebound with something amazing. And I
something
find
positive.
that's a drawback of people just starting, where they say, no one's giving me this opportunity, or why did this happen to me? I never find like you do that. You always push the message into your lyrics, or push a positive spin on that. Is that something like, is this something like you grew into, or this has been your persona all your life?
I think it's probably how I was raised, and also just from reading books, self-help books and stuff. Like, I'm never a victim. I hate the victim mentality. It irks me when people try to find scapegoats for their own inadequacies. You know what I mean? Where you're trying to blame other people for your own shortcomings. Like, everybody's got 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
And everybody has the choice of what they want to do with that time.
Yeah.
Whether you have prior obligations, responsibilities, family commitments, work, job, anything, we all have that 24 hours in a day, every human being. And it's up to us what we do with that time. It's never up to anybody else. And yes, there's going to be people who screw you over in life. There's going to be people who try to take advantage of you. There's going to be people who bulldoze you right over. And you have to just pick yourself back up and just keep on doing you, and not really worry about, all the other people that are doing their things, because everybody's out to get something for themselves at the end of the day. And like, I really feel like if you just put blame on other people for things not happening well in your life, even if it's like parents, like we blame our parents a lot of the time for like not raising us right, or doing this, or treating us a certain way when we were children. We need to let that shit go. You got to forgive all the people who've done anything wrong to you in the past, because it's doing absolutely nothing to serve you. It literally is a weight, a big ball of weight that's chained to you and holding you back from achieving your dreams and your truest potential. So I let all that stuff go. I try to really live a no victim lifestyle, and really preach that in my music, and to people that I meet and interact with. Is like, it's never somebody else's fault. And as soon as people start talking about that, they'll be like, oh, well, the reason that I'm not here is because of this. I'll stop them right mid-sentence and be like, wait a second. I'll be like, really examine what you just said there. You know what I mean? Whose fault really is it at the end of the day? The situation that was caused is generally caused by you and your own thoughts.
That's it.
You know what I mean? We create our own realities. As much as we want to like try and push that aside, like we literally through our thoughts create a reality. So if you're complaining about something that's happening in your life,
And
you
fix it.
fucking made it. You made it, bro. You made it. So just find a way to
They say you made the bed, you sleep in it. Now you got to fix it and move on, and pull up your shorts, and
and we can always complain
and keep going forward.
That's the other thing, is we can always complain. There's always something we could find to complain about. Every single day there is something that you can look outside and be like, oh, well, today it's like 5 degrees. I could be like, oh, well, it's not summertime yet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just happy that it's 5 degrees and it's not -20 right now. I'm trying to look at it from a perspective that enhances my experience.
Always trying to draw positive. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing, people have to realize who want a career similar to Robbie's, he's about to go on a 65 tour dates. That's not 65 dates. That's like days in a row. That's 65 tour dates. That's months away from home, months away from your family, months away from recording in studios. That's a significant chunk of time.
Well, chunk of time.
It's a lot of effort, not physically,
all the
and
time
mentally.
in between those 65 dates, getting from stop 1 to stop 2. Because I'm guessing, Robbie, you're still driving yourself to these dates. You're not flying yet, are you?
There's a few that we have to fly in. Obviously, we've got the island, like going out to Newfoundland, you got to fly out there. We've got a couple of dates in the northern Cree communities up northern Quebec, so we'll fly into those. And I have to do a couple other gigs throughout the tour, so I've got to fly in and out for a couple of those gigs. So yeah, there's a few flights, but I mean, I prefer to be on the ground. I prefer to be driving in between the shows. One, you get a chance to see a little bit more, and two, like the way that we travel with all our merchandise and everything, it's impossible to be kind of flying in between cities and carting around the kind of merchandise that we do. So which, speaking of that, if you're coming to the shows, grab some merchandise, cop the sweater, get yourself
Yeah.
shoes,
Well,
get
we
yourself
will.
right here.
I got to
a
load up
CD,
again.
a book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a load up
appreciate
again. And here's an example of the hard work. So, you know, Robbie's been performing for years. Albums, I don't know how big your catalog is, but it's 100, 150 songs, probably more, right?
Yeah,
Yesterday
I
was
would
his
say, yeah.
Yesterday was his first time being interviewed on a top 40 radio station. All those years.
And all these
This
years.
is how much hard work it takes to get for a
Takes
bit
to
of
have
success.
it
So
to start getting
yes,
to pay off.
if a lot of people are envious and Robbie's he's living his dream, but what you don't see is the back end, bottom of the iceberg, the 99% of the time busting your ass, and just finally now getting some mainstream recognition. We love him here in Timmins, and they love him every city he goes to. But that has to feel good. But that came with like years of building and promotion and earning it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, big time, and letdowns too. Like I'll speak on this. I was about to have my first top 40 interview a week prior because 91.5 The Beat in Kitchener invited to bring me in to the station to do an interview. And this is when I dipped out to Mexico quick for a little R&R before the next tour cycle started, and my flight got canceled or delayed a day, and because of that I missed my interview in Kitchener, and I was just heartbroken. I was like
Right, yeah.
defeated. I was just like, oh my, like the one thing I was dreaming about, this a magical moment, being on a top 40 station, getting interviewed, like that's a big deal for me as an independent artist. It got taken away from me, and literally the next week when I got home, I was like, I know that there's a possibility to make this happen in another sense, and I reached out to the radio station here, and just so luckily, just through the hard work, through the dedication, through having my name pop up here and there. And I did pop up there to do a freestyle late at night one time and drop them off some swag bags, some clothes and stuff. And they've been supporting me and repping me. But like, I just made that connection, and they said, yeah, we'd love to have you on. They brought me on, did a live on-air interview on a top 40 station, which rarely ever happens, pretty much never happens with an independent artist. So yeah, I mean, big thanks to Virgin Radio and to BMAC and Carly for having me, and just every radio station that's been supporting me, college, university stations, internet stations, everything like that. That's it all helps. But yeah, that was a big moment for me. But like you guys said, it's like the back end of things that people never see is like that massive letdown that I had a week before that like almost crushed me. I was like almost about to cry. I was like, this sucks.
Right,
Like
yeah.
literally missing out on this massive opportunity
Oh,
because
yeah.
my flight's delayed. Like this sucks. But the universe works out the way that it's supposed to, and I'm sure I will eventually do an interview on their station when the time is right. But yeah, this it's been a long grind before eventually getting on to a radio station and getting some recognition from the more mainstream publications.
I run a local writers group. Every Monday night we meet with the writers group, and I also run an annual event called the Northern Ontario Book Fair, which I'm currently working on rebranding, but for now we'll call it that.
Okay.
And when we were doing that, we started kind of a writers guild for Northern Ontario. So that's where writing community.ca came from, is when the pandemic hit, all of these chapters of the Writers Guild couldn't meet in person anymore.
Okay.
And that whole guild structure kind of like fell apart and had to pivot. So we made writingcommunity.ca as our digital version of the Writers Guild. But then, you always have to pivot when you're a business person, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
now
the truth.
writingcommunity.ca, I use it as my website to
Mhm.
advertise my services, but it's also the house for the Northern Ontario Book Fair. And it was for a long time where we promoted the various groups that were meeting all over Northern Ontario. So yeah, writingcommunity.ca is a catch-all
Okay,
for
there
a
it is.
lot
I
of
love it.
things.
lot of good
Yeah.
services.
Which I think is confusing from a branding standpoint. So I'm currently working on a rebrand of that website, but
But for now,
long story short,
writingcommunity.ca.
it's a catch-all for a lot of things, which is why I know you guys were confused a little bit trying to prepare for this, because there's so many different things on the website. So not your fault.
We're always
I'm
confused,
aware.
so
And
we're
we're confused every single
That's right.
day.
You're about to ask Jess a hip hop question.
But,
This is how
that's
confused
right.
you are, right?
Yeah, so you're about to embark on a 65-day
Yeah.
tour.
But I think that's awesome. And one of the things, I've started to realize, and you probably already knew this, but we have so many talented writers in
There's
this
a lot.
community.
Absolutely.
It's and I love art, art, whatever, it's something like we're doing, or if it's music, or if it's writing, anything creative. I just love people who are chasing their passions.
Actually, I overheard you guys when you were talking to Robbie G, or maybe it was during the intro while you're waiting for him to come on. You
Okay.
mentioned the tornado warning
Yeah.
last year
Right.
during the Filipino Festival. The Northern Ontario Book Fair was actually happening at the same time
the same
around
time.
the corner.
Oh,
And we got rained out, just torrential downpour.
But no
and then
tornado,
tornado
though.
warning,
Yeah,
so
no,
like
no
nobody
tornadoes.
No.
It was just a bit breezy.
See your tornado warnings you used to give over the airs.
Well,
you ruined all these. Good
you ruin all these festivals.
That's
Let's
right.
say Festa
There-
Italiana still.
There were a
Festa
dozen authors
Filipino.
in the old
Festa.
bucket
Yeah,
Betsies
can you
Got
imagine all the
going.
pages
Downtown.
flying in the air,
Yeah, right?
Kinsman? I just lost chapter 3. It flew over to Thunder Bay.
Your best writing ever.
My
It
best
blows
thought
away in a
ever.
tornado.
It goes away.
Can't
All
say
right.
the dog ate it.
Okay, I have a quick one. Enough with your jokes there. I'm a funny guy around you. That was pretty good, though. I do like that. So, are you noticing a higher volume of participation in the groups that you're running, based on the fact that I find that more people use COVID to get creative?
Yeah. Well, that was the thing, is when COVID hit, I kind of had to pivot because I was focusing a lot on business services.
Mm-hmm.
But then all these businesses had to close their doors indefinitely. They weren't making money, so they weren't spending money on things
On
like
any
editors,
of the services.
right?
Yeah.
So I had to kind of pivot more towards the personal services side. So people that are, writing books that they plan on self-publishing, or that they want to traditionally publish, but they want somebody to look it over first. So yeah, I kind of had to pivot to that. And yeah, a lot of people did start pursuing those goals. I can't remember what there was a study a long time ago that looked at how many people wanted to write a book one day, like how many people had it on their bucket list that one day they were going to write a book. And it was a ridiculously high percentage of people
And you're helping them all.
planned on writing a book one day, but the vast majority of those people never do it.
Right.
One, they never get around to it. But the pandemic came and all these people had all this time. And so many more people started working on those projects that they've been putting off forever, whether it was learning an instrument or writing a book. So yeah, there's definitely been an increase of people kind of pursuing those goals. And that's been amazing, meeting a lot of new people that way.
Wow. And we were talking about, how the generations have changed in terms of writing. And I guess things have got a little bit easier with technology. I don't know better, but definitely easier. Are you finding people starting to come back to old traditions, handwriting, storytelling? Are those things starting to circle back, or maybe they were never lost?
Yeah, I don't think they were ever really lost. Like people have their systems that they use for writing. Like some people still swear by handwriting everything that they write first and then transcribing it later. But technology makes it a lot easier, obviously. Like you can still handwrite your story, your novel, whatever you want. But then instead of transcribing it by typing, you can speak it into your computer and it'll type it for you.
Right.
Right. So I
Yeah.
mean,
So things
technology just
the
makes
innovations
those
so much
systems
better.
easier. But a lot of people still will absolutely handwrite their projects.
So if I understand this correctly, if I'm a business that helps help with any type of, maybe it's writing a procedure or a business plan, a mission statement, something along
proposal.
those lines, either I don't have the time or maybe I've never done it before, they can contact you, and these are one of the multiple services that you provide?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I've written a lot of business plans, some marketing plans, grant writing, proposal writing. So if someone's trying to access funding, whether to start a business, expand a nonprofit organization that's trying to get funding, I've done a lot of that. My bread and butter for a while was actually resume writing for people that didn't have a job. They would pay me money to make a really awesome resume. I still run into these people all over town at their jobs.
Oh, they got jobs.
All thanks to your resume.
I'll go to the grocery store
Yeah.
and it'll be like, hey, how you doing?
You wouldn't want to see them unemployed. That would be good for the business. But
No.
So they have jobs. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
haven't had any complaints.
So proof that it works right there.
Yeah.
You don't realize, and you just talk about the grant applications or funding applications. There's many opportunities for all types of sectors, but sometimes the application process is lengthy, and sometimes it's difficult to boast about yourself. you know, or,
Absolutely.
or talk about your accomplishments. And sometimes you lose the day-to-day things. That's why you can use, you know, Jess's services to help you sort of put the thoughts in your head on the paper in a formal proposal that will heighten your success of receiving the grant, receiving the funding.
Yeah, sometimes you're just too close to it. What it doesn't even you don't even have to be a business. You could even if you're just somebody who's writing a novel, if you're too close to it, like if you're too close to yourself as a business and that's what you're trying to promote, or you're too close to a book that you've written that you feel like is, you know, the work of your heart, right? If you're too close to it, it's so hard to see the shortcomings, right? So that's why you need somebody to kind of intervene and be that impartial person that's like, hey, so this is good, but what is missing is this.
You need the
right?
constructive criticism.
Yes, always
Yeah.
constructive
Always someone looking over
criticism.
the
You don't need
shoulder
somebody that's
just
going
in
to tear
case,
it
right?
apart and tear you down.
You're right. So when we built our business plan over a year ago, it was quite the learning curve for us. We should have called Jessica. By the way.
You know what?
So
we should.
Our first pass at it.
You would have had the studio 2 years ago.
We would have had it 2 years ago.
Yeah,
See,
2 years
Kinsman?
ago.
We would have been now 2 years in debt.
Grants coming out of our,
So
we'll be wiping our noses with
Yeah,
$100
that's right.
bills.
You know, we'd be able to pay Ronnie
Yeah,
$2 an hour.
yeah,
by
$2.
Now he's only getting $1.
$1.50 right
But
now.
it was fun. So we did our first pass, and it's all Mark and like me and Mark, our thoughts. But I had my partner who's good at format the document. So when we sent it over to the Business Enterprise Center, I said, well, here's the good. The formatting's excellent, but the rest of it needs some work. I'm like,
Needs some tweaking.
we should have called Jessica.
Should have seen the smile on Terry's face that night.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. But it's right. But it was, you know, people brought up things about our business we didn't even realize that were either part of a successful business. And yeah, it was difficult to sort of think that way. We needed that third person perspective. It's a great point.
And that's the good thing about me, if I can toot my own horn, is that I'm not just a writer and an editor, but I'm a business owner too. And I've gotten funding for my own businesses. When I started Cursor Communications, I got NOHSC funding for that. When we started Forte Automotive, we got funding for that, right? Like, so I can look at not just the writing and the editing, how well it's written. I can also look at, is this a strong business plan? Does this make sense?
Right.
Like, are the funders going to look at this and poke holes in your marketing plan or your HR plan or whatever, right? So it was kind of that well-rounded
You make it
perspective.
stand out.
Yeah.
So when someone takes, let's say, a business plan to you, or someone looking for funding, the ones that get, let's say, denied, what is a major mistake that some people are doing that you see and can correct? Like right off the hop, what is something that makes it stick out? Yeah. Or
most common mistakes are business owners not paying themselves. They leave that part out of it. They're like, oh, well, the less money I spend, the better it looks for funders. But the funders are like, that's not realistic. You can't run a business and not pay yourself. Like, you're going to burn yourself out.
even if
where are you
that
gonna
means
find
a
the time?
withdrawal here or there, right? Yeah,
so that's a really common issue. They think they're making their application better, but they're actually making it weaker. And then the marketing plan. A lot of people just like throw like a lump sum into their marketing. I'm just going to spend money on marketing. And it's like, okay, but what are you going to market exactly? Like, what is the message?
You break
What's
it
the brand?
down.
What's like, which methods are you going to use? Are you going to rely on, broadcast media? Are you going to rely on word of mouth, organic? And if so, how are you going to get that word out there? Right? Like they just kind of like, oh, here's a pool of money for marketing. And it's very vague.
You should tell them all to spend it on KINZ and KLOMP, and that's a winner with the funders, right? Right? You would agree to that one, right?
Yes, I would agree.
It seems like
Let's do that.
Hey, this is how we do. That's how we do
Right,
every
community
single
dots,
business
yeah,
deal.
under the table here.
Yeah, but
Sorry, under the table. I did it
all
wrong.
right, yeah.
I don't have a lot of experience with this, clearly.
But I think this is awesome. See, this is an example of some amazing services in our community available to entrepreneurs, business owners. I know it's just one part of what you do, but it's people who are not used to this type of writing. It can easily stress them out, or they quit, they give up, or they make mistakes.
Maybe they have a
or
wrong
they just
title.
don't apply for the funding.
Yeah.
That's what I get the most from clients. The thing that they say to me when they reach out to me is, I've been trying to do this. I've been planning on doing this. I've been trying to do it for X amount of weeks, months, years. And they're like, and it's stressing me out.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth it. So I'm going to pay someone to do it.
Yeah.
And they hand the project over because they just realize that there's just not enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
Everybody has their day jobs or their side
Yeah.
projects or their kids or
Yeah.
whatever's going on. And if it's not your area of expertise, it's a very, very large learning curve.
Yeah.
Big learning
That's super
curve.
cool.
Yeah.
I read something the other day, and it was an article that says you'll know your age by the way that you write or type or message. So you tell me whether this is true.
Okay.
It says if you use a capital to start every sentence, you're probably older. This is what the article says.
That's
okay?
what the article says.
I know that
So
that's
I'm ancient,
proper
I'm
grammar.
ancient then? Is that what you're saying?
Well, do you use a capital?
I do.
I'm very old school.
Yeah.
I probably write older than I am.
Right.
I would think so.
Even text messages?
Yeah, even text messages.
they're
I
very
can't
formal.
I can't not put a period at the end of a sentence, but I hear that's cringe now.
Yes.
So
No period. And the second
apparently
part,
periods mean something.
period. Do not put a period. You don't
It's
need to
passive
put.
aggressive. or
Slow
something
down
like
on the
that.
periods. It said.
Okay.
The other piece is if you put 2 spaces after your period to start your new sentence, that means you're very old, according to this article.
That is very
That's
old
back from
school.
the
I don't do
typewriting
that.
days, is it not?
That's bad.
The 2 spaces was in the typewriter days.
Yes, because
Yeah.
when you were on a typewriter, there was these natural
Yeah.
spaces between the letters because of the stamp, right? You needed space to stamp the letter. So there was natural spaces. So you needed the double space to actually see where the proper spaces were. But yeah, on word processors now, you don't need that, right? I don't do that mainly because I know as an editor, when you go to format that final document, what your wife did for you last time,
Yeah.
it's a pain in the butt to have to fix spaces that
Oh,
people
yeah.
put in manually.
I drove her nuts. I was doing
So
that.
I don't
Yeah.
do that,
Yeah.
but that's just because I know what a pain it is
Yeah.
on the back end for somebody.
So
Yeah.
the third one, and I'm just going to say this is just for messaging, not for formal documentation. Using too much long form makes you sound old. So information,
Instead of
throw
info.
in an info.
Right.
So they say that would show you're from maybe our generation and up.
Yeah, our generation.
Yeah.
I've started using a few short forms
Oh.
that, like a few years ago, I probably would have been like, ew, why? But now I start saying like obvi sometimes
Okay,
instead of
I like
obvious.
that one.
I've started using some short forms, but yeah, a few years ago I would have been like, no, I can't. It's not proper.
Adding
Yeah,
meh
yeah,
into
yeah.
sentences.
Hey, Dave. Okay, well,
There's Dave
hey,
tuning in.
I don't know if this article is right, but it sounds pretty accurate though, because I find like if you message someone, if I message my dad compared to if I message my 14-year-old son, I'm getting 2 different writing styles.
Language evolves.
Yeah.
Language has always evolved. It's a very fascinating thing. I love etymology. I like going back
Mhm.
and looking at the origin of words and where they came from. And language has always evolved. It's never stayed the same. So that's why you see Merriam-Webster add new words to the dictionary every
Mhm.
year. It's not because they're like caving to the youngsters. It's because
Yeah.
language evolves. It
It's
always
evolving,
happens. And yeah.
It is true. Where would you put yourself in the cool modern
In the
lingo?
cool, I'm going to say the
or
modern.
traditional?
I'm going to go modern lingo.
Did
You
you ever
think?
watch
Huh?
the television show The 100?
No, I've actually
No,
never seen that.
Okay, well, you should watch the television show The 100.
Yeah.
Terrible ending, but the rest
Okay.
of it's good. And in it, there's it's originally a book, so I assume the language was in the book. But in the book and the show, the language is basically short forms of a lot of words. Like when you're listening to them speaking this other futuristic language,
Yeah.
you can recognize a lot of the words because they're short forms of existing words.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's pretty genius
Yeah,
because that's
it
really
is.
what language.
I was trying
is
to figure out
doing.
Klingon that way, but it didn't work. You like that Trekkie joke? I think that's amazing. And writing a book is just, we've had a couple authors on here lately, Jessica West,
Lisa Wilson.
Lisa Wilson, two
Mhm.
of the
Yes,
two
I know
of the
Lisa.
many talented folks in the community, and we're just so envious and proud of them because it's not a simple task to do, no matter what you're writing. It takes dedication and there's a process. There's one thing of having the thoughts, but then how to lay the thoughts in something someone's going to be entertained or learn something from. There's a whole process behind it.
Yes, for sure. And that's
Yeah.
the hard part with when you're the writer, you can't always see what is the best thing for
Mhm.
the reader, right? Because in your mind you have this vision and it doesn't always line up with what a reader's going to expect. Like for every genre of book has like conventions of that genre. And if you're not following those conventions, your reader is going to be like, well, Now I'm disappointed,
Right.
Because they picked up the book thinking it was this genre, and there's certain things that they expect from you. And if you don't follow them, then they're just going to be like, well, I guess I shouldn't have bought that book because I was really looking for this. Right?
It
happens
makes
a lot.
sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So awesome. You I guess you don't sleep because you're very busy.
Oh, actually, I
right?
thought of this when I was listening to you guys talk to Robbie G, because you were talking about like all this time and whatnot, and I get asked this all the time because they're like, okay, so you have multiple businesses, you have 4 children, you volunteer, you run events, you like they always say to me, like, how do you find the time?
Right.
And I always say, you don't find time. It's not sitting in your pocket somewhere. You're gonna pull it out of your winter coat next year when you realize you left it in there. It's not like it's not a $20 bill. There's only, like you said, so many hours in a day. You don't find time. You make time.
You make time.
You make time for the things that are important to you. You make time for the things that you want to accomplish. And if you don't do that, then you're never going to accomplish them. Simple as that.
Yeah, it is true. And if you say if you're a business owner or a very creative person, and you're stuck, or if you're overwhelmed, or you're stressed out, or you need a third-party perspective, here's
writingcommunity.ca. Go to the website right now, and again, a lot of businesses. You said you've catered to some businesses in the past that have used your services.
Yeah,
Are
for the last few years,
name drop a few, or?
And now I'm kind of moving back into the business services now that businesses are open again and starting to be able to earn some money and hopefully can invest back into their marketing plans. But yeah, I've done work for like the Innovation Center at Northern College. I did work for Borealis Fresh Farms, who was just nominated for a Nova this year.
Yeah.
I've done work for the Cochrane DSAB, their employment center. So yeah, I've worked on for a lot of different organizations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome stuff.
And we know, like, as business owners, if we have funding proposals put together, it is time consuming. So
we'll definitely be looking for Jess's services when it comes time for that.
And next time you send a text, you send it to Jess first, and she'll let you know whether you're in the cool, or
the older generation.
But I'm with the older generation, though, Kinsman. Like, I like the older generation way of writing. So I call that the cool generation.
I still do the 2 spaces.
Okay, now you push the boundary.
So
that's a no for everything.
That's it. Like your son will reply. You send them this nice long-winded message, and you get the one reply K. Right?
The one I don't understand.
That's today's generation.
The one I don't understand is the KK. The K did it.
Right.
Why do you need the extra K?
KK.
Yeah.
He gives me 2 Ks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives me 2 Ks.
I always give 2 Ks, right? I do that. I don't know what it means.
What does the second K mean? Tell me, Klomp. What does it mean?
It's KINZ and KLOMP. That's my way of saying thank you. I don't know. I really don't know what that KK means.
Okay.
I don't. But I guess I'm trying to be
trying to be
young and hip.
Yeah.
Anything else that you wanted to chat about that we might have missed?
Oh man, probably. But
yeah.
But just reach out if they want to find you online. Writingcommunity.ca. What about your phone number? What can they find?
My local number 705-262-3268. Easy to find, and I'm easy to find at Forte Automotive, like during the day. So even if you just like drop in there and you want to talk about writing stuff,
get an oil change, drop off a resume at the same time. Hey, can you proofread this, or can you help me?
Multi-purpose.
I'll be back at 4 there. I'll pick up the car, and then you've got a manuscript already done.
Absolutely. Why not?
Wow. So it's like
that's where you find the time. You're utilizing the time that you have.
Well, that's the thing. Like at Forte Automotive, like I answer the phones and I do the invoices and I handle all the parts and I do all that stuff. But if I finish all my tasks for the day, then I just spend some time writing or editing. Like I'm my own boss. I can do whatever I want with my time.
You find that's called finding the time.
The Jill of all trades.
You know how you use a 5-in-1 container in the shower? Jessica's like the 5-in-1 of many talents, maybe 6-in-1, right? He goes here for 6-in-1 things.
Yeah, it's
sort of like
a master of all of them.
Well, so I would ask you another goofy question. So we were trying to figure this out yesterday, because Jess is like a 6-in-1, like all these, probably a 10-in-1, by the way.
10-in-1 when it comes to writing services.
We were trying to figure out his 5-in-1 cleaning. So we know it's shampoo, it's conditioner, it's body, and it's face. That's only 4. So if you have a 5-in-1 cleanser what would be the fifth thing that Irish Spring would put on the bottle? Shampoo, conditioner,
Yeah.
face, and body. What's the fifth thing on the bottle?
Fit. Well, yeah. Hair, maybe.
That's shampoo.
Well, yeah. Shampoo.
What would it
Feet.
be?
Maybe it has to do with like thinning hair. Or
Well,
something.
Who knows?
Too sensitive. Too sensitive. And well, maybe it's for
Yeah,
me.
we don't talk about thin hair on this show.
Specialized hand lotion.
Oh, specialized hand lotion. Throw that 5 and 1 out. See, Chris is a barber, Kinsman.
Chris says,
By
throw
the
it
way,
out.
you got to go see him.
Yeah.
Number 2, he's telling you right now.
Throw it out.
You want to keep that nice head of hair you have? You throw it out right
Well,
now. He's telling
He's
you.
had a hair. Look at that. It's starting to thin there. I'm starting to
You-
get the Klomp look.
You don't want that. Trust me.
Yeah,
You don't
in
want that
time.
look. You go see Chris, and he'll hook you up with a nice shampoo. A
All
1
right.
and 1.
A 1 and 1.
Yeah.
One, yeah.
Good.
The 1 and 1.
Yes,
But thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
I
such
mean,
a pleasure having you.
as a business
Jess.
owner, we really support what Jess is doing, and it's a huge assistance, and it takes like a stress load, and it gives you that third person look at your business.
Yeah.
Or if it's your resume, building a resume is not an easy thing either, especially if you haven't done one in a while.
Need to apply for funding.
Yeah.
Again, Jess can get, as they say,
Well,
put
she-
all the ducks
yeah.
in a row.
Well, she knows what works and what doesn't. And if it's your first time, especially applying for a funding or a grant, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
So all those services.
all
Kinsman.
those services. And again, writingcommunity.ca, you can find all her services and maybe join one of the workshops and your writing guilds on Monday nights.
Yes, that's right. The writers group meets virtually right now,
Okay.
7:00 on Monday evenings. So there's a Facebook group. You just look up Timmins Writers, and you can join it. And there's a Northern Ontario writers group that I run as well. It's not like a virtual meetup group, but it's a Facebook group that people can join. And a lot of authors that are self-published from all over Northern Ontario are in that group, and they share ideas with each other. They ask questions about
Yeah.
self-publishing and promote their books, all kinds of things. So
That's super cool.
Awesome,
I
awesome.
love that. Creative people sharing their creative ideas.
Yes. And supporting other
Yeah.
creative minds.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Great services.
What business does Jess do?
what business do I do?
I think Sabrina probably joined us a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
later, but maybe.
Well, maybe she's asking about the Forte Automotive thing, so I said it kind of fast and
okay.
passing. Or,
Well,
but,
you can yeah.
but
answer it.
no, I'm a writer and an editor. So I provide writing and editing services to businesses and individuals who are putting together reports, plans, manuscripts, whatever it is that they're working on.
All right.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. Writingcommunity.ca.
.ca, go
Name
check
of the
it out.
business and the website.
That's the website
Right?
and the
Yes.
name.
At the moment, and like I said, working on a rebrand.
All right. But we know where to get to the webpage.
That's it. Go find it.
Writingcommunity. An
.ca.
awesome logo, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I love your logo.
Yeah, I created that.
Yeah, that's super cool. Like, did you like the logo?
I
there,
like
Kinsman?
the logo.
Yeah, it's really sharp.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for joining.
Yes, thanks so much,
Ronnie,
Jess.
got any questions about writing?
I'm terrible.
He's
Well, then
terrible.
you
All
go
right,
see
well, then
Jess
you
to
need
get
her
less
services.
terrible.
Writingcommunity.ca.
That's right.
Is where you go.
Now Ronnie has to close out the show properly, or he's going to need a resume.
That's right.
He's gonna-
Ronnie, are we
he's
getting
gonna
ready
have
to
to
go,
learn.
buddy?
He's going to have to learn how to do a resume for his next job. All right. Thanks a lot,
All
everyone.
right, we'll see you
Have
guys.
an- have
Well,
an
tomorrow
amazing
night's our
night there,
best
Kinsman.
of for Friday. And thanks again to our guest, Jess Trudell, and of course, Robbie G.
And as Kinsman says, look out,
Yeah.
900 feet of snow.
900 feet of snow
Back
tomorrow.
in his
That's
day,
it. Back in
back
my
in
day,
my
we walked
day.
up the hill
Both ways.
7
Both
miles each way.